Do you need a new perspective on your home? Some support to figure out its best flow and its best style? I'm Mary Welch Fox.
And I'm Maxwell Ryan, and we think that every home deserves to be beautiful and functional.
We don't just make it work, we make it wow. With clever hacks, cutting-edge space planning, bold style, and smart solutions.
So, are you ready to level up your living? Welcome to Apartment Therapy, from plan to perfect.
I'm Mary Welch Fox, and I'm an interior designer based in Charleston, South Carolina. While design is mostly a high-end sport, I do believe it should be accessible to all. Just because you can't afford high-end pieces doesn't mean you shouldn't have a high-end look. I love that Walmart has created so many great pieces that make that accessible and available to really anybody looking to up-level their space.
I'm Maxwell Ryan. I'm the founder of Apartment Therapy, and I'm based in New York City. One question I always ask people when I'm working with them is, what are you going to do here? Figuring out what the goal of the space is. Are you going to work in it? Are you going to entertain in it? Are you just going to relax in it? Is so important before you start your redesign.
My name is Katelyn, and I am a content creator, and we are in my Upper West Side, New York City apartment. Every other room in my home has really been kind of complete in my eyes, and my bedroom recently, it's had a couple different iterations of design, and things just haven't worked out functionally, and so it's really just a white space, which is just so not me. So it needs some work, and I'm so excited for people to come in and help me because I've kind of been stuck on it. It just needs color. I just can't live in a white box, and it doesn't make me happy. It's pretty depressing in there right now, so I'm excited to get some fun things in there.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm Mary Welch, designer.
I'm Katelyn.
Maxwell from Apartment Therapy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I need help with my bedroom.
We're here to help.
We got you.
I'm so excited.
We got you.
Come on in, let's see this space.
All right.
So this is the space. It is obviously a blank canvas that I need help with. And I just need some color in here. I need some storage. I would love a place to do my makeup if possible. It's just an unfinished space that doesn't bring me joy. So I really need a joyful bedroom. So when I'm asked to describe my style, it's really hard because I just really like a lot of different things, and I try not to stay within a certain design aesthetic. I think I use a lot of modern things, mid-century, funky, but then a lot of my stuff is traditional. I use a lot of color, a lot of texture, because those things make me happy.
Okay, so where have you been doing your makeup?
On the floor, sitting cross-legged in front of a mirror.
All right, so we need to get you something where you can sit up and do your makeup. We can add color, no problem.
Yes.
That we can do easily.
Hate a white box, so I really need just happiness in here.
All right.
Or personality.
Yes.
To fit your vibe.
Yes.
Tons of
to fit
personality. I love it.
the rest of the apartment. I love all my other spaces, but in here it's just gotten kind of sad.
You've only got one light. You have really nice light in the daytime, but I guess at night it probably gets sort of drab.
Would love some vibey lamps or something in here to create some, different light pockets.
So you got the makeup. We got probably the storage. You probably could use a little bit of help on the storage side.
Yeah, so my husband travels for work, and he's always either packing or unpacking. And so his stuff is just always everywhere. We have decent closet space, but I need somewhere he can put his stuff and it can be aesthetically pleasing and hidden.
It's a small New York City apartment. Do you like to sit and read? Would you like a chair? Would you like to get like a little getaway pit?
I would love a little reading corner. We don't spend a lot of time in here, and I would love a chair that I could create a little reading nook in. That would be wonderful.
All right, so we're gonna brighten this place up. We're gonna get some color, soften it up a little bit because it's a little harsh. You can sort of hear the sort of echo in here.
All right, actually, I think we're ready to get started.
Yeah.
Great. It's all yours. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
So today we're at Katelyn's on the Upper West Side. She has a lovely apartment and it's pretty blank right now.
But the rest of the apartment is really well done, thought out, eclectic. She has a maximalist style. And so what we're trying to do is make her bedroom match the rest of the apartment.
She wants to do a lot in here, but I'll just tell you from an apartment therapy perspective, there's a couple things that stand out to me. One is, if she wants color, a lot of people want to go for a warm color, but I would say in a bedroom, go for a cool color. I think it'll be calmer in here. 2, lighting. She's got only one point of light, which looks fine right now because of the sunlight, but in the evening it's deadly. So we got to get more points of light in here that'll move the eye around the room. It'll create more energy, more vibrancy. And the third thing is, it's noisy. She needs a lot more material, textile, like curtains, anything upholstered, because right now it feels like we're in a box.
Absolutely. We want to make it feel more comfortable, that this is a place that's a sanctuary where she can come and relax and feel good and do things like read, do her makeup. So we have a lot of little areas that we want to hit while doing that.
Yeah. I'm curious. What do you think? This is tight.
It is tight, but I think we can still fit more in here than we think. And just knowing that it's New York, that, we will be, tight for space, but that's okay as long as we can kind of fit in all of the needs. But you're right, we need drapes to help soften up the space.
Curtains, yeah.
Bigger rug, and definitely layering the lighting for some mood lighting.
So we could get a dimmer in here?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. So we could create a vibe with that for sure. I do think there's space for a chair for her to read.
Okay.
And then most importantly, I really, really want to be able to fit her vanity table in here.
I going to say that, but where? That's going to be tough.
We might end up utilizing this space next to the bed and having it double as a side table.
Well, I was going to say, usually you do a side table, but you feel like you could do side table vanity, and that would be cool.
I think so. I stay away from getting a set of furniture. It gives it a more curated, thoughtful design approach rather than I went out and bought this matching set.
All right, so we got a lot to fit in. I know in the past it's challenging to do it in real life, but I've got a solution. We're going to use the apartment therapy room plan tool in partnership with Walmart. We're going to go get on the computer right now, move things around, and we'll know exactly where it all fits.
Oh, I love that. We need that. Otherwise, we'll be building furniture and maybe disappointed,
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, very ready. Can't wait.
All right, so here's the apartment therapy room plan tool in partnership with Walmart. And you can see the room, and you can see the bed and the chest. Watch this. I'm going to just take them out. Now I've got an empty room. You can put in any room, room that's your room, and then you can pull in all the furniture you want, try it. If it doesn't work, move it back out. It's super accessible. It's to scale.
It's to scale. It's very realistic.
And it's free. So on the tool, you can choose, first of all, you choose your room, any room, bedroom, study, living room. Then you can drill down to the product you want. Do you want a bed? Do you want a nightstand? Here we go. And then it pulls them all up like that. And then you can go down and choose what you want to put into the room. And then you can move it around. It stays perfectly to scale.
I mean, this is just kind of mind-blowing. This is making really design accessible to anybody.
Yeah.
And as it should be, everybody really deserves a place to call home and the ability to put it together in a readable, easy way. I mean, I'm sold on this. And it looks so realistic. So you really do get an idea of what it's going to look like in the space before you purchase.
And there's one more thing it can do.
Okay.
So we've got our room all set when we get it there.
Right.
You can click on the product and you can purchase right from the tool. So you just go click there to the site, put it in your basket, and you're done. There are hundreds of Walmart products to choose from as well.
Okay, this tool is absolutely incredible. I feel like I now have a really great idea of what's going to go in here, what's going to work. So we need to get to work.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using the tool, it also became clear that the vanity made sense facing the bed, and we could still provide a storage solution next to her bed with the dresser.
So we're sending our handy crew in to clear out the space so we can make room for some amazing new Walmart finds.
So we're taking a break right now to get Katelyn out of the apartment. There's a lot of things moving around. It's a little chaotic. And also, it's good for us to get to know her a little bit better so we can really make sure that what we come up with is going to suit her style.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your style. How would you define, what it is that you would call your style?
So I definitely love color. My bedroom's a white box right now, and it just makes me sad.
You like a little vibrancy in
Yes,
color?
definitely.
Your other rooms, are they colorful?
Yes. So the rest of my house is pretty colorful. There's a lot of pink, a lot of light blue, a lot of neon pink, actually. So love color, love textures. I would say I'm more of a maximalist versus a minimalist, definitely. I love like a little tchotchke, a little knick-knack everywhere.
So like little things that help you remind yourself of, fun situations.
Yeah. I love traveling and getting little knickknacks on my travels and having a place to display them.
So your room right now, it's not meeting all your needs. We could make it work really hard for you.
Yes.
We could put in a bunch of different zones. That would be okay?
Yes, definitely. That's what I need. I need, just little nooks and spaces that make sense and that I can use daily instead of just open space or, things that aren't functional for me. So I really need it to be practical for my daily life.
All right, highly functional, practical.
But still fun.
That's good because it's a tight space.
It is.
But we're gonna push into it and make it work really hard, and you want that.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. Well, then we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do.
Let's go
Good?
do it.
All right.
Yay.
So Katelyn's already done a lot to the space by adding her own molding. She did a DIY project. It actually looks great. There's a lot of natural light in the space, but it's not a huge space. I mean, for a New York apartment, it's a pretty big space, but in reality, for everything she needs in there, it's not a huge space.
She really wants to make the room work a lot harder. She wants to have a reading nook so she can go into the room and relax during the day. Her husband travels a lot, and so they have big luggage that they need to find a way to store. Also, the closet space is at a minimum, so she's got issues with summer clothes and winter clothes and how to figure out how to store those. And then the last thing is she's been doing her makeup on the floor in front of her it's a sort of a mirror, and we want to get her something where she has a vanity and she can sit up and actually have a more adult space to do that as well.
When you only have a limited amount of time to redo your space, a good trick is just adding colors, and you want to add color through your drapery, your rug, your bedding choices, because, painting a room or adding wallpaper can be quite cumbersome.
Wow, look at this. This is really making a huge difference. And the colors are creating this vibrant contrast. I think it's really going to give her the joy she wants.
And also, I like the fact that it just takes up more space in the room.
It's much bigger.
It's going to feel a lot softer in here, a lot warmer. Just more ground to cover. And then, again, pattern and colors to bring out joy.
It's quieter in here.
Yeah, so much quieter. So the larger scale of the rug helps absorb that extra noise in the room. So we're not hearing as much echoing and feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pattern
is vibrant.
Yeah, feels really joyful, but also still sophisticated.
More adult.
More adult, absolutely.
I think that's going to be good.
Yeah, I agree.
What's really exciting about working on people's bedrooms is that they always say, I want it to be a retreat. I want it to be the one place in my home where I can completely relax. So you have to set it up to be very, very different than the other rooms, which are social, where you entertain. The other thing that's always key with the bedroom, it's always got more challenges because storage and organization is paramount in the bedroom. One of our apartment therapy hacks is to take your off-season clothes, and in order to store them and get them out of the way, put them in your luggage. Just like this. And this luggage is great. This is from Walmart. It comes in 3 sizes and they each sit inside one another, so you can actually get all 3 pieces in one in a way. But put all your off-season clothes in, and then you just close it up. You zip it up and put it away.
Okay, so one of my favorite styling hacks when I need to beef up a lamp or beef up something on a side table, but I don't have enough like size within that lamp, is just stacking books underneath it. So you can turn 2 books, it looks really stylish, it looks like you've added an extra detail, and then just place the lamp right on top, and it adds so much height and also just an extra added visual aspect to look at, some colors and some more dimension. One of the tricks of the trade for us is we try to mix things up in a bedroom to make it look less cookie cutter. I try not to utilize matching furniture pieces, a whole furniture set that looks the same. So the way we did that in this space is we added a burlwood bedside table and then combined it with a really beautiful dresser that has a cane material in it, some metal, and a really pretty painted wood finish. You can find all of these products, from furniture to accessories, on walmart.com.
And not only they're not matching, but there's this eclectic use of the details that you chose and the burled wood and the cane. It's nothing's matchy. It adds all of this a different level of interest. And here's the seating, and it doubles as storage.
Oh, I love that. Great, because I have extra sheets. Perfect.
There we go. I'm so glad we had the apartment therapy room plan tool in partnership with Walmart, because a small room, there's no way we would have been able to work so quickly if we didn't have that tool to see where everything was going to fit ahead of time. It made it so much quicker and so much easier.
So there are a lot of people in my apartment right now. There's a lot going on. It's pretty chaotic, but I am super excited. I've seen a couple glimpses of pieces, and I just can't wait to see the reveal. I just can't wait to have a space that works well for my husband and I, and just makes me happy instead of just a plain white box. I know I've said that a lot, but it really is just not my vibe, and so not me. So I can't wait for the team to go in and just surprise me. I love giving the reins over to somebody else instead of me having to make all the decisions. So I'm really excited to see what they picked.
I think it came together really well.
I totally agree. I am very impressed. Like, the biggest shock for me is just seeing how so many of these pieces came to life and knowing that they came from Walmart. They look really, really nice.
Yeah, they're super trendy. I think they've got energy for exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, they feel substantial. Like, it's
yeah.
They really feel like a really high quality item.
Also, the room plan tool.
Yeah,
we were able to move stuff around, and boom, we were able to nail it the first time.
Absolutely, it came to life. It truly came to life.
Yeah,
it's an incredible tool. What really surprised me is the materials in some of these pieces. The side table is burl wood, and then we have cane details in the dresser. So we're able to fill so many different functions. But they look really, really nice, and it looks like it's a thought-out, eclectic design. Because
it's elevated.
It's elevated.
And we got it just right with the blues and the greens in the bedding. Yeah, it's calm, it's serene, but it's sophisticated too.
No, I feel that. I love that. I love the idea of having the cools in the room to calm down, but still give a personality touch. It brings a lot of joy.
Yeah. So, do you think we're ready to bring Katelyn in?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see what she thinks.
All right, let's do it.
So we're putting on the finishing touches, and now we can't wait to bring Katelyn in and show her the final reveal.
I think she's going to love it. All right, come on in. Hello.
My goodness. You guys did such a great job.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so cute. I love it all. Yay, no more white box.
I think we did what you wanted. We've got a sitting area over here.
Yay.
We've got a vanity over here. We've got, the bed looks big and beautiful and calm and relaxing. We got color in the room.
I don't have to sit on the floor anymore.
No.
I have a makeup station.
Yes, a makeup station with storage.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So check it out. We've got your vanity here with the mirror, but it's also a desk. You can use it for working.
Love it. Love it. So love double duty. Love that I have somewhere for my stuff now. My makeup is not going to be on the floor.
You can plug your laptop in. You don't have to worry about the wires. There's a hole in the desk where you can filter those through.
I love it.
Calming reading nook right next.
Oh,
Check this out.
Yes, the reading nook. Love it. Oh. When I first walked in, I really noticed the rug first, and I love the size, and it just pops. I love everything they did. I think they did a really good job. They gave me functional spaces that I can use on a daily basis, and I am just really happy with it overall. And I'm also so happy I don't have to do my makeup on the floor anymore. I can sit at a vanity like a big girl, and I love the mirror. It gives me light, which is wonderful, and I have the reading nook, which is so cute.
I think one of my favorite parts now that we're done is actually the reading nook. That chair turned out wonderful. Love the color. It's a really pretty blue color. It's an interesting shape, and just kind of made the room feel complete.
Yeah, I didn't even think we were going to get a reading nook in the room.
Right, I
have
didn't
to say.
either.
For me, I love that we were able to add that vanity with that mirror behind it that lights up. So it's really a lovely, lovely place for her to sit, not just for makeup, but she could also work there.
This space just feels a lot more like me, and it brings me joy, which is all I wanted. And I think I just really love the colors and the textures that they've done. And it still feels open in here, but there's more furniture actually than there was before, but it still feels like I have space to, walk around. And I just think they did a really good job.
Okay, so we know the bedding is still white, and the bed is still white, similar to your previous one, but this one's actually boucle, and it has that little extra layer of texture in it. So right behind that first layer too, you can see the pops of warm in there, which I just think gives it so much more depth. And then instead of adding a bunch of colorful bedding, I like to keep a bedroom really calm by having a white base and then adding little pops of color here and there. So it still has some visual interest, but at the end of the day, it's somewhere you want to come and relax too. It would be too crazy to have too many patterns in this room.
Totally get that. And with the rug, it just pops.
Yes.
So I love the bed and the bedding. The bed was kind of similar to what I had, but I think it just leveled up with that really fun texture, and everything just feels really soft and nice.
And then right next to the bed is probably my favorite piece of furniture in the whole room. It's these beautiful burlwood side tables. They had this great acrylic hardware with brass accents, and the velvet on the inside is such a nice touch. It really feels just really invited.
Love it.
It's great storage. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than anything you've had before, but it's also got 2 drawers and an open midsection.
Need all the storage I can get.
We all do.
Yeah. So my favorite piece in the room is that bedside table. I love the burl wood, and it just looks really high end. And I think that choice, along with this piece, is just really fun and funky. And like I said, I've never really done mismatched side tables, and I love the look. I think that it's really functional, which is important. It has nice storage, but it has that great aesthetic feel that I just love.
Don't be afraid to mix and match your furniture in your bedroom to get a more eclectic look. Ways to feel confident in doing that is A, using a room planning tool, but in a 3D rendering, but B, look for matching tones, different woods that match to go together, different textures, different materials, but tones really can bring a room together.
And of course, your style choice, doing the dresser here instead of a side table, gives her much more storage.
Yeah, absolutely. We needed something that filled both a functionality standpoint and to look nice in the room. Yeah. So we get all of your storage here, and then it's different from your side table, but it's still a really beautiful piece with different textures.
Love the makeup station. That's maybe my favorite. Yes, definitely. needed. And love that I got a reading nook in here. This whole space is just more functional now. And I feel like I can kind of hang out in here instead of just bed rot. And that's a win.
That's great.
Yeah, you guys did a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the amazing thing is all of these pieces that go together but are so stylistically different in many ways, you can get them all at Walmart.
I still can't believe it. I just still can't believe all this stuff is from Walmart. They've really stepped up their game. I want to buy pieces that I can have for a while, and these pieces feel really high quality and like they're gonna last a while. Thanks so much, Mary Welch and Maxwell. I love it.